Sexual problems in marriage. Males and females differ biochemically, anatomically, and emotionally. Female sexual desire tend to be somewhat cyclical, correlated with the menstrual calendar, whereas males are acyclical. The most consequential differences are: 1. Men are primarily excited by visual stimulation, while women are primarily stimulated by touch. Women's desire is usually focused on a particular individual whom they respect or admire. Unless a woman feels a certain closeness to her husband at a particular time, she may not be able to enjoy sexual encounter with him. Sex for women is a deeply emotional experience, while sex for men is a physical thing. Men hunger for sexual release more consistently than do women. Romantic love is very important to every aspect of feminine existence. Sexual excitement requires a little creativity. Women are more easily distracted than men during sex. They are more affected by the surroundings and noises and smells than their husbands. Any anxiety-producing thought or condition that cannot be expressed is almost certain to generate inner pressure and stress. Anxious silence leads to destruction of sexual desires. The husband should take the lead in removing conversation barriers by getting his wife to verbalize her feelings, her fears, and her aspirations. When conversation is prohibited on the subject of sex, the act of intercourse takes the atmosphere of performance. Marital conflicts occurring in bed are usually caused by marital conflict occurring out of bed. The sexual appetite depends more on the state of mind and emotional attitudes. Sudden sex often results in sudden failure for a less passionate woman. Sex should be planned for, prepared for, and anticipated. Another sexual inhibitor is fatigue. Sexual relations utilize great quantity of body energy, and sex is greatly inhibited when these resources have already been expended. 4. To many families, sex languishes in last place. If sex is important in marriage, sometimes should be reserved for its expression. Men and women differ in every cell of their body. They differ in their basal metabolism, that of woman normally lower than that of man. They differ in skeletal structure. Woman has a larger stomach, kidney, liver, and appendix, but smaller lungs. Woman's blood contains more water and 20% fewer red cells. She is more prone to faint and tires more easily, since the hemoglobin supply oxygen to the body cells. Woman's heart beat more rapidly, but she has less tendency to high BP. Woman can stand high temperature better than does man. Metabolism slows down less in woman. In brutal strength, men are 50% above women. Women have more different hormones than man. The extensive changes in the activity of her glands produce a lot of differences on her behavior. She laughs and cries more easily. Menstruation, pregnancy, and lactation only in women influences their behavior and feelings. Premenstrual syndrome summarize many studies of behavior change in women. Women are far more depressed before menstruation than in mid-cycle ovulation. Premenstrual phase is associated with feelings of helplessness, anxiety, hostility, and yearning for love. It would be extremely helpful if a husband would learn to anticipate his wife's menstrual period, recognizing the emotional changes which will occur. There is a need for tenderness and love within this 3 or 4 days, though she may be unlovable during this period. In man, even when the emotional impact of depression is extreme, it is usually motivated from the man's evaluation of his outside world. It is undeniable fact that masculine and feminine expression of sexuality are not identical. Failure to understand this uniqueness and differences can produce a continual source of marital frustration and guilt.